with the new season about to come out being right around the corner, I was thinking about some builds that could really change the game and make the game fun. As of most of the time, we all know a lot of people love dunking the ball. That's cool, but as a dunking the ball, we also love shooting the ball. We want to shoot the ball like Stephen Curry from limitless range, but we also want to go to the rim and get contact dunks like LeBron James. So today I'm going to be making a build that's going to combine both of those things, but also it's going to have two different heights. I'm going to have a guard version of this build, and I'm going to have a bigger, taller version that we usually see in the park, like the 6'9s to 6'8s of this build. And you might think this build might be more offensively sound, but as of this build, you will be able to play defense. Y'all know how I feel about playing defense on NBA 2K23. I do not like making any builds that can't play defense. So let's hop into my player builder, and we're going to start with the guard version of this build. This is going to be the smaller version of the build. Most people, y'all know, y'all play with the 6'8", 6'9s, things like that. This is for my guys that's going to play on a little guard, at least that want to have fun and use certain dribble moves. This build will be a point guard, and as a height, we're going with 6'3". Most of the time you see guards in the park, they're going to be 6'1", or even the stage, they're going to be 6'1", or even pro-am, they're going to be 6'1". But most of the time, I would definitely say I like being 6'3" over 6'1" any other day. But as of the weight of this build, if you someone that wants bully on this build and you want to, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to be 196 pounds. But if you don't care about none of that, you're going to end up dropping this to the lowest weight if you want to, or 180 pounds. But with the wingspan, you can go 6'9" and up. And the reason being is based on what three-point rating you choose. If you're someone that's going for a 92 three-pointer, you're going with the 6'9". If you're someone that's going lower than that, like an 89, you can go a little higher in a wingspan if you want to. But as of this one, the 6'9" wingspan is perfect. So with this build, as we're going to be combining those two play styles, as a LeBron, you know he's a great scorer, but also he's great at finishing. He's going to have a 92 driving dunk, and that gets you your elite contact dunks, but 93 gets you posterizer on goal. But as of this build, the driving ability on this build, you can end up rocking out with a 77 layup and be good. But as of going with 85, you unlock all the other layup packages, but when you go to 87, you unlock fearless finisher on goal. But if you're someone that does not care about those things, you can end up just keeping it a steady 80 driving layup or 85. But when it comes to the close shot, I'm gonna have it like a close shot around like 70, 71, just because when you get those standing layups near the basket, it will help, because it be some times that somebody get a horrible contest and it will end up missing. But as of the badges that you're gonna be seeing, these badges so far are looking perfect, especially being on a 6'3" build. And y'all seen my Ja Morant build before. My Ja Morant build be going crazy. But as of the shooting on this build, you're gonna go with 89 or 90, but also you have the option to go 92. And when going with 92, you do get limitless range on goal, but when you go 90, you get amped on Hall of Fame. If you drop it to 89, you only get Agent 3s on goal. So make sure you pay attention to those key things, because if you want all three, you go with the 92 3-pointer, but I will show you a version with the 93 3-pointer. But with this one, I prefer you go 90 so you can have amped on Hall of Fame, a 75 mid-range. So you still got 22 shooting badges. You got almost all your badges on Hall of Fame until you get to that tier 3. It's mostly limitless range, won't be gold or any of those type of badges. But when it comes to the playmaking portion of this build, we're going to go with the bare minimum. I would say the bare minimum is 89, but as of this, if you want all the dribble moves for a point guard, go 92 ball control. That's where I'm gonna rock out with. But when you go 92 ball control, you can get Trae Young, you get Damian Lillard, you get Curry, you get all those type of dribble moves. But when the speed with ball, we're gonna go with the speed with ball being a 79 speed with ball. But pay attention, this is gonna be your optional thing if you're gonna go with this build. Pass accuracy can be 75. That's based on you. That's based on how you play. But if you're someone that's going to end up changing that up, you can go 76 or 77 speed with ball and make your pass accuracy at 80 so you can hit the next threshold when it comes to passing the ball. So even though based on how you play or how you want to play, you got those two options, but I do prefer the 80 pass accuracy with a 76 speed with ball, because y'all know speed with ball, all you gotta have is Michael Jordan dribble style, and you can literally just be a speed demon. But as of the badges that you receive, you do receive the badges that is needed: quick first step, unpluckable, killer combos, clamp breaker, all those special type of things that you like to use, especially with the hyperdrive. If you haven't watched that video, make sure y'all go check out the link in the description, because that badge can really open your eye to how the game is played. But look, as of the defense on this build, you might think, okay, you already have a 93 driving dunk, you already got a 93 pointer, you got a 92 ball control. What can you do on defense? As you being a small guard, this is really what you only need, to be honest. Especially if you're someone that's playing with a team, this is what you really need. Even if you don't play with a team, I can say you still can get the job done with this. But most of the time, when I decide to play random rec or even play random park with a few friends, I end up still being able to play defense very consistent with this actual consistent perimeter defense of 78 to 85 or 86. And then it's still at least 85 still can definitely get the job done. But as your physicals on this build, you got a 75 speed, 87 acceleration is definitely good enough. 85 vertical, so you can get every dunk package. You get small, pro, and elite dunk package. But this build ends off with 20, 22, 22, and 17 defensive badges. Now look, if you got those extra badge points from actually doing like the rebirth, plus actually hitting like level 39 from the seasons, you can make this build even way more better, adding those badge points to finishing, shooting, playmaker, whatever you want, or you can end up putting it on defense if you want. But for the takeovers, you get all the scoring takeovers. You get slashing, you get sharp, you end up getting playmaking, and you get shot creating. But as a combination, you can do double sharp, you can do double slashing, you can mix and match it if you want to. But as in the name of the build, you're gonna get a name that's very common on this game. If you end up wanting to get a different end of the name, you can end up having your pass accuracy at 86, so you can get inside out playmaker instead of inside out shot creator. But if you're someone that's going to go with the 92 3-pointer version of this build, you're going to have 23 shooting badges this time, but you're sacrificing only the minimum things of pass accuracy. You're going to sacrifice a little of your vertical, just because if you don't care for small contacts and you just want elite and pro, you can drop your actual vertical to an 82. And then when it comes to defense, nothing is really touched on defense. It's going to stay the same. And then when it comes to the actual finishing, you're dropping your finishing on your layup to an 85, and your close shot is going to be dropped. But as of the badge count, you're going to get 22, 23, 21, and 17. But now, this is the big body build, the big body version of this build. As of this build being a point guard, shooting guard, or even a small forward, you can end up making this build crazy. But look, most of you guys, like I told you, this is going to be a 6'8 or 6'9 build. As those being literally one of the best two heights to use from big builds on this game. It's between if you want quick first step on Hall of Fame, or if you don't care for quick first step on Hall of Fame. That's the only big difference, or the tiers on the actual badges picking from a 6'8 and a 6'9. But as of the weight, you're gonna go 185. Wingspan, you can go 76, but also you can end up getting this build with an 85 3-pointer. If you want to, you just gotta drop your wingspan to like a 7'4 or 7'5. And you will end up, you know what I'm saying, get that limitless range on silver if you really want that. But if you don't really care for it, you can still rock out with the build like this. But as of the dunk, y'all already know we're rocking out with the 93 driving dunk, 87 driving layup. As of this build, 87 driving layup, you get the fearless finisher on gold, but also you get a badge point. If you're someone that does not care about that badge point, you can keep it at 80. 80 is cool, but as of the close shot, you can do this close shot around 70, 75. It's around there, that'd be cool, but I'm gonna go with the 87 just for the fearless finisher on gold, because that fearless finisher badge, a lot of people sleep on that badge. But as of the standing dunks, you do get rise up on bronze, so as you having a 70 standing dunk, it makes a crazy difference if you know how to abuse standing dunks on this game, because they're hard to block. They are very hard to block, especially if somebody's behind you. It's going to be a low chance that they do not block a standing dunk, and it's rare that you get put out the animation. But for the shooting capability of this build, you're gonna have an 83 3-pointer with at least like a 70 mid-range. 70 mid-range is cool on this game. Most of the time you see people play, they really don't take mid-ranges. But if you're someone that has a mid-range game and you like doing post face and things like that, it's still greenable, but I would say you could raise it up to like a 75 at the most. But as the ball control, most of the dribble moves that you need on this game with those tall builds only between like a 75 to 80. But 85, it has certain dribble moves that you can unlock. So you're gonna go with 85 plus. So 85 to 87. 87 gets you the extra badge point and clamp breaker on gold. So if you care for clamp breaker, you know what I'm saying, you want to put that at 87. We all know the speed with ball has to be at least 75, unless you just care for having Joel Embiid or pro dribble style. Yeah, that's up to you, but I prefer at least having a 75 speed with ball. Then the pass accuracy is 75. Anything higher than that, it's going to kill this build, because this build is going to have to sacrifice one category on defense. And as of that category, it's mostly going to be like an offensive rebound. But as of the perimeter defense, you get clamps on silver, you get glove on silver, you get anchor on silver, and as an interior defense, we're going with 76, so you get the extra badge point. It's not going to make a big difference having this interior defense. I played multiple times against people who had 80s, 87s, and the only reason I'm not going to put my interior defense that high, because the interior defense and the paint defense on this game is very inconsistent. But as of the physicals, I have an 80 speed, an 80 acceleration, an 82 vertical, and a 95 stamina on this build. As of you getting 19, 18, 20, and 20. And the biggest thing that's going to make you very hard to guard is that 93 driving dunk, bro. That 93 driving dunk is going to be very hard to guard, especially on a big build that can shoot and dribble and be able to get to the hole whenever it wants to. Plus it has standing dunks, so you can put rise up on. But as of the takeovers, you have sharp slashing, lock, and rim. You can really make this build insane. You can have rim taking sharp, you can have slashing and lock, you can put it any way you want. You can put both lock badges on if you want to and be an actual defensive demon on an offensive build. But as of the name, I was getting slasher here and there, but as me tweaking it for the physicals and sometimes with the defense, it gave me the inside out score. But look, if y'all want me to make this build, let me know in the comment section 6'3", 6'8", or 6'9". I'll end up making it, but also make sure y'all drop a like on this video, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos like this when the video actually drops. Hey, check out the 2 videos on the screen, and I'm out, man.